What's up, guys? I got another vlog I'm doing today. This time it's on the Pontiac Fiero that I have. I got to do some things to it. What I'm doing today is I got a headlight motor for it because the driver's side headlight went out a couple months ago. I'm just now getting to it because I didn't want to and I was bored. So I ordered a new headlight motor for like 60 bucks online. It got here. So I'm going to take it apart and we're going to pull the Fiero into the garage because it's like 20 degrees outside, and we're going to put it together. So good thing is it already comes pre-assembled. I see a lot of these videos online where it shows you how to put the motors back, and I tried that. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Plus I'm like, might as well just get a new one for 50, 60 bucks. Alright, so here's the new package. Alright guys, so here's the headlight motor. I literally just opened this. This is the first time I saw it. It looks pretty much exactly the same as the old one, just in a lot nicer condition. As you can see, it's really nice. Still got the bolt holes here, the bolt in this headlight assembly. But yeah, the motor's all put together because on my old one I had this whole thing unbolted and taken off. So really all you gotta do is bolt it down and then bolt it to the headlight housing and then hook up the wire connector, and that's the manual turn. In case the motor goes out, you can manually raise and lower the headlights. So yeah, I'm gonna put some coveralls on and we're gonna put this in the car, and I'm gonna record as best as I can because I'm doing this from my phone. I might not have a good place to put the phone, so if not, I'll just show you the finished product. Alright guys, we got the car in the garage, and as you can see, there's no driver's side headlight assembly in there. There's the passenger one. There's the driver's, it's not there. So we have the motor here, and then we have the headlight bucket right here. So we're gonna put this together and should fix the problem. Alright guys, so now we have part of the motor together. At least the swing arm, I think it's called. So you want to bolt it in like this, and it kind of pivots. You kind of want to hold it like this because when the motor goes, it'll push this up, and this end's what connects to the headlights. So as you can see, the motor will go and it should push that. Then all you gotta do is put this nut on the top of it here and tighten it with a 10mm socket. Alright guys, quick update. So that first part you just saw, I was wrong about it. This trailing arm that I was telling you about, you don't want to put that on first, because if you put that on, you won't be able to clear this bucket housing. So I have the motor resting in there. It's not bolted up or anything. But as you can see, I have the wire coming out of the side there, so it can plug into that little pigtail. And this has 3 bolts. There's one short one down there that you can't see, and there's another one at the bottom. And they all 3 bolt into this housing. So you will have 3 bolts. The short one goes to the closest to the car. The other 2 are the same length. This one's the shortest one. So this one goes in this hole right here. Remember, this is the driver's side. And really, if you get lost doing this, just look at the passenger side and flip it 180 degrees. That's what I'm doing, because I took this thing out so much longer ago that I don't really remember how it went in. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see or not, there's a little right there, that little piece of metal, that's where this bolt goes into, and it's the short one. And then the other two same size ones, one goes here and the other one goes at the bottom, and then you just tighten them down with a 10mm. All right guys, the motor's mounted into place, and so is the pivot arm. Now keep in mind, you got a little nut there that you got to tighten. It's a 10mm nut. and it's really hard to get in here. So I used two hands to get in there at an angle. I kind of hugged the hood like this a little bit and got in, but that was not after I already dropped one of them down in the bumper. So I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store eventually and get another one. Yeah, it's just a simple 10mm bolt, and it's the same bolts that are used on the pivot. So I just took one bolt from there, and then I covered the hole to make sure that bolt wouldn't fall through, which it didn't. So now it's time to put the headlight bucket on, and got to bolt it up to the pivot arm, and then bolt it here twice. All right, guys, we got the headlight motor finally installed. Everything put together. It's not as good as I wanted it to, because as you can see, I'm missing a 10mm bolt here because that's the one that fell down into the bumper earlier. But I've had it on like this and it hasn't fallen off or anything, so that's good. Motor's bolted down. I got the plugs to the bulb, I got the plugs to the motor all lined up. You can't really see the trailing arm yet because they're down, but I've driven this car already a couple days, and motor works fine. And yeah, we're about to power it on, and I'll show you how it works. Headlight motor works. Now let's get a closer little look. So as you can see, the bulb is on. I put LEDs on there just to make it brighter. Yeah, you can see, or maybe you can't. Right down in there, you can see the trailing arm, how it attaches with that 10mm bolt that I was telling you about. Now, I know it's kind of bad lighting. I'm kind of doing this at 7 o'clock at night in December. So here's a better look. So there's that bolt that I was telling you about, 10mm. Then the other 10mm should go here, but I'm missing it because I dropped it. And the third 10mm goes here. And they're all the same size, so they can all be used interchangeably. So that's how you put a headlight motor in on a Pontiac Fiero or a Pontiac Firebird, or really any GM car that has pop-up headlights. I hope this taught you guys something. I hope this helped.